since 2019 pandemic, European Union member states implemented a variety of measures, including those impacting workplace to combat illness transmission, because the labour market has been significantly impacted by the crisis. All sectors of society, including organization, employers, and social partners, must play a role in protecting employees, their families, and society overall. The continuation of operation is authorized after the measure achieve sufficient reduction in COVID-19 transmission rates. Often this done in stage with project considered critical for health and economic being authorized first. While vaccination will eventually lead to a realization of precaution, it is unclear when or to what measures tobacco job activity will return. Certain precautions are quite likely to remain in place for some time or to be reinstated at some point in order to minimize further increase in infection rate. In this context, occupational safety and health provide practical assistance for returning to or keeping employment, as well as contribution to the restriction of COVID-19 transmission.
The first challenge is troubleshooting employees to use a digital platform to do their work. Managers in organizations will face many issues linked to work during the COVID-19 pandemic, including dealing with employees, because the nature of work has changed dramatically. As a result, every firm is compelled to work on a variety of digital platforms in order to stay connected to one another, even if employees work from home. Furthermore, even though it is hard to adjust to a new norm, managers must always be aware and follow the SOP in order to keep up with current developments. It is for sure, without exception, the responsibility of a manager to maintain employee safety and a healthy working environment. That is why using various digital platforms to get work done online is critical, because employees usually work from their organization, and now their work is different, in that they must work in front of their families, which is at home, so managers must guide and assist them in adjusting to this new environment, while also ensuring that their work is completed properly. Indeed, it is undeniable that one's duty as a manager is very challenging during this COVID-19 epidemic.
Second challenge of facing managers during COVID-19 pandemic are flexible work arrangement. It should be explored to guarantee minimum contact between workers as well as between employees and customers, suppliers, and other stakeholders. Remote working should be provided for employees who are not needed to be in the office. If this is not feasible soon, we recommended dividing teams as previously suggested to avoid catastrophic spread. This strategy not only prevents needless site workers from communicating with one another, but it also relieves the difficulties caused by working parents owing to school closures for the year. Consider a short-term work week, decrease hours per day, or compress work schedule to support employees while minimizing redundancy and managing future demands in service later in the year.
The next challenge that managers will face during the COVID-19 epidemic is that they are unable to control employees' efficiency. As everyone knows, the COVID-19 epidemic has resulted in various changes and new norms for us, for everyone's life, especially in our profession and work experiences. People tend to work better together. However, unlike in the past where workers require physical presence to finish tasks properly, on the other hand, COVID-19 epidemic requires social distancing between workers, or even worse, by working from home. As a result, less face-to-face supervision for managers, the quality of work decreased, especially among site work employees. To be more precise, the lockdown rules had a major impact on how teams work. Distance between workers then makes the productivity drop.
Ensure safety of employees. During this challenging time, the safety of our employees is of utmost importance. Employees may face different health risks depending on the type of work they do, where they do it, and their own health status. Organizations face challenges in supporting different population of workers and ensuring fairness across the whole workforce. For those who still need to physically report to work, organizations are encouraged to monitor their employees' health. An example of this could be test employees for symptoms such as fever prior to employees reporting to work. Other measures to be taken can include ensuring distancing, increased hygiene, and providing protective clothing. Moreover, during this time, it is also important that all crucial contact information, including emergency contact information of all employees, is updated.
Firstly, the recommendation to move forward is applies social distancing measures. The service organization is unable to transfer all employees to remote work during the coronavirus pandemic, but need a way to socially distance employees in the field. Not all employees can work remotely. For people who stay local, as many service workers, changes in workplace processes and layout help ensure the social distance they need to stay safe. Individual measures are needed to reduce person-to-person interaction and maintain the physical distance between people in the field. In such scenarios, service and support leaders take government-recommended precautions such as masks, disinfectants, and personal protective equipment such as PPE, as well to social distancing for the well-being and safety for the field employee. You need to keep all distance, public health, remote social distancing as a critical non-pharmaceutical action to slow the spread of the coronavirus, but these great measures are needed to reduce interaction between people to keep physical distance between them on the site.
New employees need a rapid connection to key people. The hiring manager could be in close contact with the new employee throughout the hiring and onboarding process, as opposed to outsourcing most of these processes to HR. Once the staff is hired, the hiring manager should communicate the news to the rest of the organization so their new colleagues can welcome them virtually. As soon as the employee begins, the hiring manager should provide a list of all the key people the employee should connect with in their early days on the job, including their reports, a mentor, key peers, and representative from other key functions. The hiring manager should see to it that video conferencing meetings with all these parties are scheduled early on. The hiring manager should meet, which is a virtual meeting, daily with the employees, and then move these check-ins to 2 or 3 times per week once the relationship is established. The hiring manager should also perform a more formal check-in at the end of the first week and at the end of the first month.
Next, one of the recommendations is by using a technological tools effectively. This is mainly because despite being attacked by COVID-19 pandemic, our world is still known for its technological advanced era. So technology also plays an important role in helping our people and workers. Managers can also boost their employees' productivity by applying technology to assist the workers. Not only boosting the productivity, but managers can also reduce the risk of errors in performing a perfect job. For example, large construction business in North America use field access mode and other smart technologies to maintain the distance between workers at site, especially during peak hours.
Conclusion. Due to the time sensitivity of the pandemic, current news predominantly put the discussion of COVID-19 as a central subject in epidemiology. Much of the ability research has focused on the development of vaccine, the ability of tests, as well as the technical guidance for the public to take precautions like practicing social distancing and wearing face masks to enrich our current understanding of the pandemic. Our project examines how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting the insured group, from the economic repercussions to adjustment in the ways living, working, and socializing. Based on the exploration of our dataset, we conclude that the use of face masks, the practice of travel testing, as well as strict lockdown policies in severely affected areas, including delivery only, grocery option, are among the most effective measures in limiting the number of COVID-19 cases and deaths. With this pandemic, we hope to educate people on how easily virus can be transmitted and infected an entire population and how social distancing and home isolation are key strategies in halting the spread of the virus. In education is made even more vital due to the widespread increase in mental illness, substance abuse, and economic hardship.